How did you find out a family member was stealing from you? I got a call from a debt collector about a $70,000 loan for a speedboat. I have to laugh because I get seasick in a bathtub. I've never even been on a speedboat. For my entire life, my older brother, Mark, was the charming screw-up. He was the one who could talk his way out of anything, the one my parents always made excuses for. I was the responsible one, the fixer. I co-signed his first car loan. I paid his rent more times than I can count. I always thought he was just irresponsible. I never thought he was cruel. After the call, I felt a cold dread creep over me. I pulled my credit report. It was a graveyard, multiple credit cards I'd never opened, personal loans from banks I'd never heard of. The speedboat was just the tip of the iceberg. The total was over $150,000. I went to one of the banks in person, clutching a letter demanding payment. The loan officer was a young guy who looked terrified. He showed me the application file. He pulled out the signed loan agreement, and I saw my signature, except it wasn't my signature. It was a near-perfect forgery. My blood ran cold when I saw it. I recognized the flourish on the J of my first name. It was a specific loop he always made, a little quirk of his penmanship I'd seen on every birthday card he'd ever given me. This wasn't a one-time guess. He had practiced. My mind reeled. How did he get the statements? How did he hide this for so long? Then I remembered. 2 years ago, he'd asked me to list our mom's address on a car insurance form to get a multi-family discount. I thought it was just another one of his harmless schemes. He'd been having the bank statement sent to her house. I drove to my parents' house. My mom was in the kitchen. I asked her if she'd been getting my mail. She couldn't meet my eyes. She just wrung her hands and said, "He promised he was going to fix it, honey. He just needed a little more time." She knew. She had been hiding it for years, choosing her favorite son over her responsible one. I called a family dinner that Sunday. My dad, my mom, Mark. I laid all the bank statements on the dining room table. Mark didn't even have the decency to look ashamed. He just shrugged, a little smirk on his face. "You were always the responsible one," he said. "I knew you could handle it." Before I could even respond, my father spoke. He looked at me, his face full of disappointment. "We can't let this ruin the family," he said quietly. "We'll figure out a way for you to pay it back slowly." He said you, not we. He expected me to absorb this, to sacrifice my future to clean up his son's mess one last time. I didn't say a word. I just stood up from the table, walked out to my car, and drove straight to the police station. I get a letter from him every month from prison, but I just marked them all returned to sender.